drywall now, though. I don't like painting, but I like drywall.
Drywall's the worst.
It's kind of fun. It's like Legos.
It's zero fun.
It's more fun than painting.
No, painting's like
Painting
easier.
sucks. So much prep work. So much prep.
Ugh.
In a little space like that, like a little bathroom, and I'm doing all the prep in there. It takes for fucking ever.
I don't want to do either of it. Any of it.
I
don't
know.
want to do anything. Just
That's
like
why you do it every like 5 years, and you're like, okay,
I
I'm
hate
not going to
this.
touch this shit for half a decade because I hated it so much.
Yeah, I did
Oh, I
drywall
missed a
once.
spot. Yeah,
and I was like, I'm not doing this again. I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh my God,
Drywall
this is-
painting, and I was like,
Mm-mm.
hate all this.
There's a hole, and I forgot to patch over it. That's going to be there for
Nah.
5 years.
I guess that's where the mice go in and out now.
Guess I'll get used to looking at that because I'm not going to fucking do it. Change it now. I'm not going to grab all my shit out and haul it out there to patch a little hole.
Not patching it.
Not going to happen.
When I sell the house, we'll do it.
Yeah, maybe. Or I'll just put as is on the take the $5,000 curb value hit.
Just put like something over it when they come and look at it. Be like,
Painting.
"Nah,
Why is there
see it."
painting it toward the bottom of the floor?
Right by the behind the toilet? You're like,
I don't know.
I don't know. Just nobody decorates behind the toilet. Have you ever thought about that? Like,
It's avant-garde.
really?
All right, so we got intro news. You have the Pornogate clip.
Yep.
Kudos. Yeah, this will be easy.
Yeah.
This will be easy. And then the outro music's from Wu Chang. Fallen Feathers. Okay. On this week's sode, the saga of Pornogate continues. Tencent tries to plagiarism, and Roblox is under fire for being a pedophilic hellscape. We do our very last listener top 10. Peterson asks a great question, and I review Lollipop Chainsaw. You've just logged into the 3-Bit Gamer Show. Welcome to the 3-Bit Gamer Show. I'm JD.
This is Peterson.
And
you did it like on your first try. I thought you almost were going to stumble. Like you had 1 second where you almost stumbled.
There was. And I guess kind of the worst part is like in my own like ADHD brain, I've got like a sub commentary running while I'm doing it.
Yeah,
that I have to listen to.
Doesn't help.
And so if I fumble, then it's like, hey, you fumbled. Do you think you're going to get through the rest of it while I'm still trying to read and talk?
Still going. Trying to keep cadence and the right like voice inflections. That's where I heard it messed up. It was right there. You might miss your voice inflection a little bit. And I know your voice. I know your voice.
He knows my voice, you guys. He knows it's so good. Live from the 3-Bit Gamer Show. The news. All right. Our news this week is brought to us by Crave Cookies. Go to cravecookies.com.
You got to give me time to hit the Crave button.
I know there's no time for that.
Quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, no, I'll be quiet this time. Then you can do it when I'm being quiet. Okay, so I'll be
really
really quiet right now.
Be quiet. 3, 2, 1.
So Crave Cookies.
Nope.
You go to Crave. Go to cravecookies.com and you'll see the menu for this week. And we're going to tell you what that website's going to look like on Friday today. And you're like, huh? It's only Tuesday. Yeah.
I'm giving you a glimpse into the future.
That's how much we love you. That's how much we care for you. So coming up on the Crave Cookies menu next week, we've still got the Cookies and Cream Kit Kat as our monthly. Coming up also is the Biscudoodle. This is the Snickerdoodle that's covered in Biscoff cookie butter and cookie butter crumbs, or Biscoff crumbs. The White Caramel Macadamia. Yum. The S'moreo, which is the s'mores cookie loaded with Oreos. And then finally, the Cupcake, which is just like a sugar cookie with a bunch of little sprinkles in it. At the Draper store, which I don't know if you guys are going to get out there. The cool thing is that every Crave right now across the country has their own local favorite. It might be a cookie. It might be that Dubai strawberry cup. It could be anything.
Just a thing, yeah.
At Draper, it's a Brookie, which is the brownie cookie. But like, you guys should just go do a tour of Craves and see what their local favorites are. It's kind of fun.
Oh boy, I'll work my way down south and just stop at every single one.
Yeah, you could. I think the highest, the likelihood of having the most local favorites, just go to Florida. You drive 5 miles in any direction, and you'll run into a Crave.
That's crazy.
The state of Louisiana is suing Roblox for being a thriving playground for child predators.
Louisiana? You know it's bad if Louisiana's
Louisiana
going
is
after you.
itself a thriving playground for child predators, but
Are they suing for infringement or something like that?
They're
They're
like 12 years old to marry like your uncle.
This is our
in that
population.
State. Sorry.
Take it.
So Louisiana's Attorney General Liz Muriel is leading this lawsuit, which claims that Roblox has, quote, knowingly enabled and facilitated the systemic sexual exploitation and abuse of children across the United States.
Wow. They enabled it.
And facilitated systemic sexual exploitation. So they're basically outright saying Roblox isn't letting this happen. Roblox is making this happen.
This is happening because of Roblox.
Is a fairly high standard for a lawsuit, but if you get your legal education within Louisiana, you're going to make some mistakes. It's totally understandable.
Yeah.
They also claim that Roblox has, quote, permitted and perpetuated an online environment in which child predators thrive, directly contributing to the widespread victimization of minor children as opposed to major children.
Yeah, just the smaller ones. Let's see.
The little one's just a week.
Just bonk him on the head one time.
Just push him down.
This is kind of jarring because my two younger kids play Roblox a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot. And I'm almost like, you guys talking to people on Roblox? You talking to on there? And they're like, we're not talking to anyone, Dad.
Just the guy makes us call him Uncle.
He wants to come meet. He wants to come meet me.
He seems really nice. Free candy, free cookies, stuff like that.
And I'm like, wait, whoa, what kind of cookies though? Let me get in.
So Roblox responded to this lawsuit, which I honestly look like I don't know where this goes. Basically, I think this ends where a lot of these things end, which is that there's a requirement to upload a picture ID to play the Roblox, but ultimately it doesn't end there because what we're looking at, especially with this fascist takeover of the United States, we're kind of just watching, I'd say in slow motion, but it's going pretty quick, is that you guys are going to have to upload, everyone, you want to play a video game in America, you're going to have to upload a picture of your ID. And the government's just going to track every fucking thing you do. You watch porn, you play video games, you
play porn video games.
You play porn video games, which don't exist anymore. You don't go to church on Sunday. The government's going to know about it. And that's just what we're going toward. And that's like kind of the end game here is it's like, it's always an excuse. Just like, oh, we got to vote for Trump because he'll go get the pedophiles and he, all the sickos on Epstein's list. And it's like, actually, Trump was Epstein's buddy. And everyone's like, oh, no, that doesn't matter. We got him in office. We actually don't give a shit about kids.
Yeah, no, we don't. That list is not important. We use
children as an excuse. If we did give a shit about kids, maybe we would do anything to stop them from getting massacred in their own schools and homes.
Assaulted
every fucking day.
No,
we're just going to do these like virtue signaling things. So Roblox has responded to this bullshit lawsuit, which, not to say I disagree that this is the truth about Roblox. Absolutely the fucking case. Is this the approach? Probably not. Suing them? Probably not. Maybe legislating some form of regulations. I don't know. But that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah,
suing so much.
Let's just sue them and have the lawyers do the work.
Yeah, let's just do. Yeah, exactly. The Trump way. So Roblox has responded, highlighting new features, which is a fantastic response, that, quote, protect its youngest users and empower parents and caregivers with greater control, including updated parental controls, stricter defaults for users under 13, and new content maturity labels. So Roblox response is, why aren't you parents here? Parents, you do it.
Hey, you guys should be watching what your kids
are doing
anyway.
You guys look at all these things for the parents.
And you're like,
we're not doing anything to actually address the problem.
No.
We're just putting it on the parents.
All those pedophiles are pumping up our user stats. Like we're getting tons of users.
It's like literally 50% of our user base is groomers.
We got so many. They're grooming each other. It's nuts.
Yeah.
You should read some of these chats.
Yeah, dude. You think Roblox continue to be this big if we cut ourselves off at the knees? Then everyone will be the same height. So they also highlighted their quote age estimation technology efforts. So when you say efforts, it tells me you haven't done anything. It's like you're playing with it, you're tooling with it. And age estimation technology means nothing to me. That's an AI that's like uploading. That's essentially uploading a picture of a child to ChatGPT and saying, "Hey, how old do you think this guy is?" And then you just like update it. You're like, "Oh no, they got it right or they got it wrong." What?
I don't know.
And is that to say that Roblox or is this age estimation based on chat, based on voices, based on they're just like harvesting user data and just like guessing and then limiting features based on like their guesses, which is not going to stop the groomers. These people are very persistent perverts.
They're pretty good at this. Yeah, they're pretty good at it. They'll just use AI to make themselves look like kids.
And so then Roblox also highlighted that they average 11 million daily active users, 111 million. I'm sorry, I forgot the 100. 101 million.
There's an extra one in there.
Daily active users who send more than 6 billion chat messages and 1.1 million hours of voice. So they're basically saying we can't fix it. Look how much shit there is.
So much. There's so much happening.
The pedophiles are so prolific in their communications. How can we ever hope to moderate those? Here, the parents can do it. Or we'll just guess your kid's age. Does that fix it? Does that stop the lawsuit? It's like they don't want to win the lawsuit. It's like they want to lose. How is this not like a big deal? There was that article we read and covered in Bloomberg, like what was a couple months ago, on the fact that Roblox is like a pedophile hellscape. And
yeah, we've been saying this for a couple years now.
A couple months later, they get sued by Louisiana, and their response is like a PR statement.
Like, we are going to work so much medium hard.
Like they should just cut down chat, like cut out chat. There's no chat. There's no more chat. Sorry.
But then
is this not just like you make a video game and then people play it in Roblox? Why do we need chat?
Because all the games are multiplayer. It's like that's all they're doing now.
You can play fucking League of Legends without chat. You could do.
That's true.
And a game that I worked on as a community moderator, Animal Jam, which is like a Nat Geo game. There were chats, but it was just like a drop-down menu of like things you could say, and the things were so locked down, and we still had problems. The idea that they just open it wide open, they have no moderation team to be seen. And they have 111 million daily active users. It's like they want to get sued. And on top of this, another funny story is that Roblox banned and threatened to sue a predator hunter YouTuber named Schlepp.
Cool name.
Who has 600,000 subscribers and claims that his work has led to 6 arrests. Wow, working hard. Roblox claimed they shut down all of his accounts, like all of them. Claimed his methods put kids at risk and violated their rules. True. And honestly, dude, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to be wrong. But I feel like without fail, every one of these predator hunter people is a pedophile themselves. Or a weird dirtbag. They always turn out to be weirdos.
I don't know of any cases where they have, so
I will have to share some with you.
Yeah, send
I feel like you spend all your time doing this and you don't work for the FBI and this is like a pastime for you or something you do to monetize and make money on YouTube.
Yeah.
I know his whole story is like, oh, this happened to me once. Bro, if you're under 30, you've been groomed online. Like, that's the fucking truth of it.
Dude, JD grooms me. It's crazy.
This is not some unique story that I was inspired and sent from the heavens to catch 6 pedophiles. No, this is a weird fucking choice to spend your time doing. This like put some savior complex on yourself and you basically just chat with kids and groomers all day online and monetize it for YouTube. Weirdo. Fuck you, you're a weirdo. Sorry. I don't think you're a hero. I think anyone that's like obsessed with pedophiles in this way is a fucking weirdo. Sorry.
Interesting.
That's my take. If you're not the FBI, what are you doing?
Like, why don't you just try to get a job with
get a real job?
This? Like, someone could hire you to do this.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, go to Quantico. Go train and do the job properly. But sitting at home making weird, dumb YouTube videos about a very fucking serious subject that should be approached in a specific way.
No,
not by like a 20-year-old kid who's just like dicking around on YouTube and Roblox. He's like, yeah, I get to play a game, and like everyone thinks I'm a hero.
He's probably making more money doing that anyway.
Oh, 600,000 subscribers. Yeah, he's making a shit ton of money. That's like what this is about. That's why I think it's so weird and sick. So no love lost on that. No love lost in any of this. If you couldn't tell, I'm not a fan of any part of anyone in this entire story. Like, everyone sucks here.
Yeah, even like we delved into Trump a little bit. Like, I was like a couple times.
He's just catching strays.
I was like, are we doing this finally? Because I'm in. I've got some stuff to say.
Like, are we getting it out of our system?
Because like we could do it. Like I will do it on every story. I promise you.
Trump tangents. That's the sode. That's what we're doing this week, you guys. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers has made certain bosses and non-player characters unkillable following backlash in China. This is a game. It's actually kind of a cool sounding Souls-like game where you play as a female pirate fighting supernatural monsters during the Ming Dynasty. All of that is cool to me. And it was like kind of medium received, like pretty well, like medium well received. But did not get a ton of sales. Yeah. Not a ton of people bought this game, unfortunately. And I don't know. I don't know why they're doing this. Well, I do know why. We'll get into it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But they've updated the game since it's come out. And you can no longer kill any historically significant bosses or NPCs. And instead, if you do beat them up really bad, they just get exhausted, and they relax after the fight and talk to you.
Oh.
So instead of laying there dead as a body, they just chill out
like,
there.
Okay, bro, we got
come here. Come on.
It's like those fight videos you see where the guys are fighting. These like adult males are fighting, and they're like, after 30 seconds, they're too tired.
Yeah.
Like, what? And like then you can see them hit that moment. They're like, what am I doing here? Like, am I really fighting somebody? And
like
then
all of Steven Seagal's movies where he's fighting from like a chair. He's like, come over here, I'm gonna kick your ass. Come over here. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Like, stand up and fight me. He's like, I can't.
I'm gonna kick you. Come over here to the chair. I'm gonna beat your ass up. That's what the bosses do now, which honestly fucks up parts of the story, as you might imagine, if they wrote the whole game and the story for players to, or for bad guys to die, and instead of dying, they just lay there and have a conversation with you afterward.
They didn't die; they were dead tired. Sorry, they weren't dead; they were dead tired.
Oh yeah, it's a mistranslation. Yeah. So honestly, from what I've read, digging into this is nationalist Chinese gamers basically being whiny babies. So nationalism continuing to be a disease that's destroying the planet, and just human civilization in general has extended to now destroying video games, where they're basically complaining that, you know, these historical characters can't die. It would be anti-Chinese, I guess.
Yeah. Can't kill prominent figures from the Ming Dynasty.
There was also a Portuguese Christian character that had a pray emote, and that was removed. I mean, that's so small and so insanely minor. To think that they went through and did that is very obviously they're just trying to appease.
Yeah. Like everybody, to be honest.
Because like you only make us change that minor because somebody was whining really, really hard. And this censorship does not just extend to copies of the game within China, it's everywhere. So
easier that way.
Yeah. So the only way to actually play the game as intended is to go buy a hard copy and unplug your internet and then play it. Just plug it into your machine and play it, which is, again, another reason why we need to just stick with hard copies, because you can't just like have George Lucas fucking up his own thing like immediately after it comes up, basically.
Yeah.
It's weird. I feel like we're going to see more of this as Like Wukong. What was Wukong? What was that Wukong game? What was that fucking called? Black Myth Wukong.
Something, yeah. Black.
Which was awesome. Right. People loved it. And this is another one that was awesome, but didn't get as much buzz, but still like a good game. But now, the first time we're talking about it is because of self-censorship.
Yeah.
Now let's keep it. Let's stay in Dragon Country for the next story here.
This seems like something Trump would do.
God damn you, Donald
Speaking
Trump.
of censorship,
you motherfucker.
Is this in response to the tariffs against China? Is this why they're doing this to us?
Yeah, it's Trump's fault. Again.
Always.
Tencent just changed Light of Mataram's Steam page assets. So, lawsuit over?
This is
Are we good?
We talked about this one last week. This is the Horizon Zero Dawn copy paste game.
Horizon 1 Dawn is what they were calling it. And so they just did this. They didn't mention it, they just this quietly go ahead and change the images on Steam. So if you go look it on Steam, all those like images we were talking about yesterday or last week that were so funny are now updated. And they've got the cover art, probably the most egregious one, honestly, was changed. And it looks pretty fucking different. They did a pretty good job. But this is my favorite, and I'm going to read the description. It's kind of long, but I want you to, this is what it used to be. And I want you to listen to it. If you're familiar with Horizon Zero Dawn at all, I want you to ask yourself, could this just be literally Horizon Zero Dawn's description? In a world overrun by colossal machines, explore the vast open world, build your base of operations, advance technology, train mechanimals, and take on formidable bosses. Sidebar, mechanimals, amazing.
I know that, dude. That was exactly what I was going to say. I was like, mechanimals is a great, nailed it. They nailed it on that one.
Yeah. Starting from the primitive age, forge a new path of development, defy the machination, survive with mechanimals. So that was basically Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, yeah.
And so this is what they've updated it to, which they just plug this into ChatGPT and we're like, give us something different. Make smart use of everything around you to stay alive and face off against formidable bosses. Every step is fraught with danger and requires courage. Only by overcoming the challenges of survival can you carve out a place for yourself in this unforgiving land. Guys, that literally is the description of half of all video games ever made. That could be for like fucking Valheim. That could be for literally any survival game. Are you kidding me? That is the most generic description of any video game.
You said they got this from ChatGPT. This is like Gen 1 ChatGPT. Like,
it's like
so
describe
bad.
a video game. That's like the first prompt ChatGPT ever got. And
it did a mediocre job at best. Like, and then they just used it.
Yeah. So they changed the release date from TBD to Q4 2027.
Oh, wow.
Along with this, so they just went and updated their Steam page. I don't know why they changed the release date. I don't know why they got so confident that now they have a release date, even though they're now embroiled in a lawsuit.
They're hoping that they put the release date far enough out. They changed enough stuff. Horizon Zero Dawn just forgets about them, and then they don't change anything. They just release.
They just go back to doing it. And this is, I mean, we touched on this last week, but I just want to reiterate here that Tencent came to Sony and was like, "We want to make a Horizon Zero Dawn game. We want to license it," and they were in fact already making it. And when Sony said, "Nah, I don't think that sounds like for us," Tencent was like, "All right, we're gonna make it anyway."
Well, we're in China, so we just do whatever we want. So
Sony goes to Tencent after, obviously this comes out and they're like, we're still going to make Horizon 1 Dawn. And they approached Tencent informally to resolve the copyright dispute. So they're like, hey guys, let's make this right. Sony, the bigger man here, was like, yeah, we'll figure this out. And Tencent's response was to be like, why don't you just let us license Horizon Zero Dawn? What? This is like getting arrested for dealing pot, and then you try to sell pot to the cop when you're in the back seat of his car. Hey,
You know,
bro, you wanna buy some pot? from me?"
or it's like getting arrested for selling pot and then being like, "Hey, why don't I just get licensed to be a medical
Just be like
marijuana
a pot
dispensary?
dealer.
Like, why can't I just
And the
become
cop's
an
like,
official dispensary?"
no, you can't do that. That's not
That's not how it
real.
works.
And then you get out on bond and you go start dealing pot. And you tell the cop you're going to do it. You're like, I'm going to go back.
Like, we're gonna keep doing that though.
And so I don't know what the fuck they're smoking because Sony
Pot.
has demanded
Pot.
this is obviously pot, has demanded the destruction of infringing material.
What?
So just like
Okay.
everything. So
Yeah.
it's like burn your servers kind of stuff. Sony's like going scorched.
Can
earth,
you
and they
even do
should,
that? Like, is that even like, is that something you can ask?
I guess. You
I
can
mean,
ask.
Donald Trump would ask something like that, but I don't think it's possible.
All 3 stories have got
Yeah,
it.
we'll get it. Don't worry.
Nice.
He's in here. He's dumb enough. He would try it.
He's a real son of a bitch.
He's big
Fuck
dummy.
that guy though, for real.
Yeah, but for real, did we say that yet? No,
Not
yeah,
a
this
MAGAcast.
is this like a new business strategy? So like, you're like, I want to make a Star Wars game, but we don't have the license. Let's
You
just
start
make a
making the
Star Wars game and then be like, guys, look, what if
And
we
Disney's
just
like, no.
license it as a Star Wars
No.
game? You're
No.
like, I thought this would
Okay,
work.
we're gonna call it a
thought
War
this would
Stars
work.
game. We're gonna call it War Stars. We're not gonna change a fucking thing.
Star
when
battles.
when Disney comes to us and they're like, hey, you obviously can't do this. How are we gonna fix this? We'll just pitch them again.
I was asking it. Okay, hear me out.
So you've seen our new
What
Star
if?
Battles game, right? I think it would be really easy for us to just swap it back to Star Wars and just call it a Star Wars game. And Disney's like, dude, what the fuck? What? What?
Like,
Are you fucking with us?
Like, no, but hear me out. Hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
You just
License
you just
it.
give us the license and we just do whatever we want. Like,
Yeah.
what do you
We've
think
already
about that
got
idea?
the game, so it's like a win-win.
So we're just gonna start selling it. We're gonna call it Star Wars. What do you think?
Like, I
What?
don't think that's how it works. It's a bold move, though. Very bold move, if I'm being honest.
Maybe.
I'm not smart. It's not smart, but it is bold in a very stupid way. Said
Look,
just like
again, it's
the
just,
U.S. president, the very bold in a very stupid way.
It's just communists aping capitalists and trying to like figure out what we're doing, and they're like, isn't that what you guys do? You just like bully your way to things, or like kind of there's more different steps.
All them greedy commies are turned into crazy capitalists. It's disgusting. It's made them sloppy.
Squeeze that
I
in
used
every
all the
episode,
words.
too.
You used all the words.
I
had
used
to
all the
do
keywords.
it.
I was hoping you would pick up on it, and you did.
I was like,
so
where is
proud
it? Where
of
is
you.
it? Where is it?
I could see you frantically looking for it, so thank you.
I appreciate you giving me a little time to find it too.
Yeah, now for another great clip.
And now some late-breaking news from Porngate 2025 on the 3-Bit Gamer Show.
Porngate, you thought it was over.
Oh, Porngate doesn't end.
Porn never ends. The fight for porn will never end. Itch.io's mass delisting of paid adult content swept up games featuring non-sexual lesbian content. Because if you're a pervert and a weirdo, you see the word lesbian and you're like, oh,
Here we go.
It's
This is for me.
porn. There's no way the word lesbian can be used in a non-sexual manner.
Like, super
That's
disappointed.
my favorite tag on Pornhub. Which is the fucking
I like
point.
your pervert voice, by the way. Your pervert voice is real good.
It's really
Spot on.
I use it to catch pedophiles on.
I use
Roblox.
some Roblox.
I'm a hero, guys.
Works every time.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Mash that subscribe button. Hey, it's JD. We're out here on the pedo hunt. I wake up every morning and think about pedophiles.
Donald, is that you?
Yes. So these were a number of developers on Itch.io that have games published on Itch.io, safe for work games that don't have porn.
Mhm.
Found that they were no longer appearing in searches. And they're like, well, probably because my game has an LGBT tag. But here's the point that we've been making through Pornogate, which is kind of funny because we're making a whole joke about this, but this is a big fucking deal. This is we don't make bumpers for stories that are small. And this is a huge one because the Christo-fascists, the collective shout group, which I think was Australian, but I'm sure it's everywhere. They got exactly what they wanted here. This is exactly what they fucking wanted. They wanted everyone else, all these out groups that they hate, to be swept up in this because they knew they would. And they went at it with the same shit that everyone else does. Oh, we're protecting kids. Oh, we're looking out for kids. That's what it always is. And instead, what do we have here is that everyone that they hate just so conveniently, just so happens to be swept up in this. Go figure. Interesting.
How does that work?
Yeah, that's weird.
No one could have guessed.
Another part of this on the other side with Steam is that PayPal is now only an option on Steam for 6 currencies. Those are the euro, the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, the British pound, Japanese yen, and the United States dollar are the only currencies that are currently available for PayPal. And it was due to PayPal notifying Valve that they're acquiring bank for payment transactions in certain currencies was immediately terminating the processing of transactions related to Steam. So you get to the checkout page and you're, I don't know, in Brazil or something, and the checkout will just say PayPal is currently unavailable in your country. And so there was some speculation earlier in the week, like why this is happening, and people are like, oh no, it's just so happened to. It's like, no, this is fucking porn stuff. Like, come on, it's MasterCard again. Of course, it's fucking MasterCard. And Steam confirmed this. They said it's related to what we previously commented surrounding MasterCard. In this case, this is from Steam. One of PayPal's acquiring banks decided to stop processing any Steam transactions, which cut off PayPal as on Steam for a number of currencies. So now they're just going at everything.
Just everybody's getting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta be right back.
Yep.
So I made a joke about this, that Gabe Newell will just be making his own payment processor before this is over, and maybe his own bank. But that may be the hand that's forced here. Because if they're just going to keep doing this, and again, I don't know who they're trying to appease, because it's not like Collective Shout has a strong political pull. Like, I don't know why they're doing this.
I guess,
why they're going
part
so
of me
hard.
is like, why are they attacking this specific thing so hard? Because it's not like, it's like this is the only place you can get porn. This is actually the weirdest place to get porn, to be honest.
Yeah, they could just go straight at the porn sites. Like I said, like I could go to Pornhub right now and use my MasterCard to buy stuff. I go to OnlyFans, I imagine, and use my MasterCard to buy stuff.
Okay, you imagine. Oh, I could go subscribe to like 4 or 5 different people.
Come on, you're making fun of me. You think I pay for porn? Do people pay for porn? Is that a thing?
OnlyFans people do. I don't get it.
Good point.
Yeah, should we check it out and see what the
maybe we should just check it out from the other side, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so we'll make it OnlyFans. OnlyFans. Okay. All right. I'm in.
I don't think this is going anywhere. I think Porngate's going to keep going through the rest of the year. I think this seems like we're just getting started. And
and honestly, I kind of like it. Like, I'm here for it. This is such a weird story that I'm like, all right, let's keep this going. Let's keep this going.
And a very clear enemy in it, which is dope.
It's kind of juicy when we're talking about porn games, because I've played some of them, and that is a theme to the game. That is a main theme. A tag. Yeah, actually, you can't get games though that have that tag in it anymore. LGBTQ, juicy, can't use those.
Nope, can't do it. Oh. Riblets. You're sitting at Applebee's. You order riblets.
Why? Why am I sitting at Applebee's?
You've
How
made
did
some
you-
mistakes in your life that have led you to this. Your chair has wheels on it, which is normally more of an Olive Garden thing, but here you are at Applebee's in a wheelchair, and your waiter comes up to deliver your requested riblets, and he throws the basket on the table, and there's just one sad broken riblet in there. He goes, "We ran out," and then he just turns around and walks away.
Like, so is this what
And you're like, "This is the average Applebee's experience."
I gave you extra barbecue sauce to
I
make
barbecue
up for the
sauce
ribs
that
we
one,
were
but like
missing.
we only had the one left. No, sorry. No, like we're not going to charge you. Just like throws you the one riblet. That's what this is.
So
We got
right,
one
yeah.
riblet this week.
Yeah.
IGN's boss or producer or whatever, I don't know what his fucking title was, is leaving after 6 years following the latest mass layoff at the company. IGN, this is John Davison, by the way. If you guys have heard this name around, he's been around in games media for like 25 plus years. He was at EGM, official PlayStation magazine, GameSpot, just kind of a bigwig, just kind of been around. And IGN has been doing rounds of layoffs. Not sure why, because the site's doing great. And they laid off a dozen staff earlier this month, which is 12% members in its editorial union. The union didn't help these guys.
Nope.
I don't know. IGN has, honestly, since back when I was a working game journalist, has been like, felt like this kind of. Just always in turmoil.
Yeah.
Always some parent company. Ever since like the late 90s, when larger companies started buying IGN and selling IGN to other larger companies.
It's a whole business strategy.
Yeah.
Like, are we who's buying IGN this year? Anyone?
And the only people that really suffer are the editorial staff at IGN, which is constantly, they do not get paid well at all. And they're constantly under threat of layoffs. They're worked so overworked. They have to do so much fucking work. And
seems like a great place, great job.
Seems to be, yeah, exactly. And it's like kind of like the marquee game journalist outlet.
Yeah.
Or has been for a while. And this is how it's treated. It's very strange. It's very strange. But then again, I don't know how many legacy game media sites out there are still are not kind of going through the same shit. Everyone has to deal with this, whether it's Kotaku or Polygon or whatever. Like, game reporting sucks.
We should do a podcast about it.
Yeah, we should do like a whole podcast, and we're like insulated from all this because you can't lay us off because we don't make any money.
That's the way to go. You want to talk about video games? You're doing it for free. Like,
you're doing
don't
it
try
for
to
free,
make a
you're not
career
doing it
out of it.
Yeah, how dare you try to make a career out of it?
Idiots.
Can you live off of $48,000 in the Bay Area?
I just want enough to do one vacation a year.
No vacations, no nothing. You work 9 days a week.
Kudos. Kudos. Kudos.
How about some positivity? How about you unwrap a kudos and just shove it down your mouth hole?
It's healthy for you because it's a granola bar.
We coated it in chocolate so it goes down easier.
Yeah, the chocolate's just for like making it like so the kids will eat it.
Yeah,
It
but the
gets the
granola is
nutrients.
so good. It's like a health bomb in your gut.
Honestly, everyone should have a couple of these every day.
Granola's a superfood. So's chocolate.
Especially when it's
So's
in
marshmallows.
candy. Wait, there's marshmallows in it? Like,
Sure
don't
there's
worry
a
about.
kudos
Don't worry about.
marshmallow.
Oh, absolutely,
They're
there was.
fiber or something. I don't know.
There's peanut butter in there.
Oh, there
Peanuts.
you go.
Yeah, dude, this
Like
is
a
like how is
layer
this-
of cheap peanut butter.
I want you to tell me how a kudos bar is not a superfood. To be honest,
tell me
like,
one thing that's unhealthy about a kudos bar. Go on, I'll wait. Everyone here that was born like after 1995 is like, what the fuck are they talking
Like, what are they
about?
talking about?
Kudos
Yeah.
bar? What does that mean? Google it. You'll see. That was our health. That was the Cliff Bar of the 90s. Very healthy. You take them
Yeah.
on hikes.
Yeah, they were marketed as like a healthy option, and they were like a candy bar. It was a candy bar that came in
Yeah.
a box, like a granola bars.
Yeah, these ads of people doing like really active things like playing volleyball and shit. And then they like I need some energy. I can't quick snap into a Kudos bar. It's literally just like refined sugar wrapped in chocolate.
It's a candy bar. It is a
candy
granola bar candy bar.
It's a fucking candy bar. Perfect. And that's what we've got here. Some positive candy bars. I have Kudos this week. This could sound weird, but I have Kudos for Indeed. The hiring
Indeed.com.
Indeed.com. This is not an ad. We are not sponsored by Indeed. They won't. No one will sponsor us.
We're doing
because we can't stop talking about Donald Trump. And again, it's his fucking fault. I don't.
He's not going to sponsor us. That's for sure. Tried to get Tesla in on it, but it turns out that's a sore subject now with the Donald. You can't bring that up.
Sore subject. So I have been. I'm in the market for a couple bakers over at Crave Cookies Draper, and I could find people that work. Baking is a little bit more complicated. I mean, these cookies to be made properly. Yeah. So I wanted to find like I wanted a little higher standard for applications than just walk in here and fill out a piece of paper kind of thing. And so I turned to Indeed, and someone posted a job there for me for a baker. And you guys, it made my life so fucking easy. I was able to go through all the applicants and either yes, maybe, or no for all of them, which was a very simple thing. And then I could look down the list of my yeses, and I went through all of those and then kind of whittled that down. And then I was able to set up a schedule for myself, because before I was doing this manually when I did a bunch of job interviews manually. And so I was sending people like an email that was like, can you come in on Monday at like 1:30? And then I'd write down, I emailed this person and I offered 1:30. And then I'd wait for them to email me back. If they suggested a different time, I had to go make sure that I didn't have someone else set up at that time. It was so annoying. And Indeed just does it all for you. I set up my calendar. Here's my availability. And then I just sent them all an email that was like, hey, find some time on my calendar. Pick a spot. And then I knew that would be blacked out so anyone else couldn't pick it. Bad news is I had most of the applicants take every single spot on Monday. So I have like 9 interviews tomorrow.
So fun. Yeah.
Lesson learned. But the way that Indeed makes this, I mean, have been using Indeed to apply for jobs for 15 years. I remember I was living in Washington, D.C. I was applying for jobs. I'd just get like 1 million emails from Indeed back in the day. And they really fundamentally have not changed that much as a job searcher. And I will tell you, after 15 years, I never got a single fucking job from Indeed. Ever. I applied to a lot of them. And so I wouldn't say I have like but it was kind of good to see where the market was, I guess, to see like what was out there, kind of get an idea. I wasn't saying it was a bad thing, but it wasn't like I never had great success with it. And I had much more success, I think, especially when I got into tech with LinkedIn, things like that for looking for jobs. But man, the tools, if you are hiring, LinkedIn is fucking awesome. Maybe I got too many applicants. I would say that is the one downside, but that's just kind of that's Donald Trump's economy, man.
That's Donald Trump's job market right now. Everybody's looking. Honestly, you probably got a bunch of tech bros applied to your job to like.
Dude, I gotta say, yeah, I had a few people with college degrees applying, and I was like, yikers.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Some of the applicants made me pretty sad, like 25 years of experience kind of stuff. So, yeah, if you guys are looking to hire, I don't know how much it costs because I didn't pay for the ad, but all the applicants were
like
local.
To post. It doesn't cost anything to post on there.
Really?
No,
they make fucking money.
They will go rip. You don't even have to actually post the job. Like some people post it on their website, and then Indeed will pull it from the website. I don't know. I don't know how they make money. I'm not a business guy. I'm in HR.
So whatever it is, their system is great. Their back end for hiring is fantastic, and I don't know. I think it seemed to be a good experience for the people that I was reaching out to, because most of them almost immediately. Oh, and it also said things like, This applicant responds quickly on LinkedIn or on Indeed. Sorry. This applicant responds within 4 hours to messages. So that was kind of nice. If you're like, gosh, I'm fucking desperate. Like, I need someone in here tomorrow. You could filter by that and be like, I want people that are hyper responsive because they're using LinkedIn or God, I keep saying that wrong. They're using Indeed's internal messaging platform and they're using Indeed's scheduler. And then it just automatically dumped them onto my calendar. That's fucking impressive. I got to give it up when a software isn't like broken and shitty and like nigh unusable. I got to give it up. And Indeed worked for me this week.
That's good. Good. Kudos to Indeed.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I usually go look for jobs in Indeed and then I just go apply on the website.
That's exactly what I did, dude. That's why I said, like, Indeed, I never actually directly applied off of there and had like good luck. But it was like just kind of a source. It was just like dropping ideas and stuff. Like, oh, they're hiring. Like, sometimes I found out like they'd changed job titles, like what they would refer to certain jobs as, because I was at one point I was a UX writer and then it kind of shifted into like calling it content design. And that was something that you started to see on Indeed, is that they would be listed as differently. So it was kind of a useful tool in that regard, but never really great for finding a job. But hey, maybe I'll get some bakers.
Maybe. Fingers crossed, because you do not want
to. I don't want to do a dozen interviews this week and then go to Florida not having been able to hire a single one of them. I will.
That's right. You just get to do a dozen more interviews when you get back.
Do you have any kudos?
Yes, I have a kudos. Another Oreo kudos. This is like, we've been doing these all year, but I bought their new limited time flavor. This is
You're an Oreo
edition. Mark. Dude, I know. Every time I see one, I'm like, I got to get them. And I'm like, I've been into them. So the new one is apple pie a la mode.
You love pie Oreos. You like the fruit ones.
We knew that though. Because whenever you talk about the fruity cookies at Crave, I'm like, okay, that's the one I want this week.
Yeah, you're an odd duck.
No, I just have a refined palate, and so I'm not just like shoving cookies and candy bars just mashed up together in my mouth. I mean, I do. I'm not saying I don't do that, but like I don't only do that. Anyway, apple pie a la mode. It's the white Oreo cookie, and then it's just got like apple pie and vanilla cream inside of it. Very like, it tastes exactly what you think it would taste like, which is a good thing if you like apple pie with vanilla ice cream, which I do. And so, yeah, I like them a lot. And our chat is off the rails right now.
Yeah.
Guys, breast milk Oreos are not happening, okay?
Not going to happen.
It's the milk. You just have to make your own. So yeah, apple pie a la mode. There's not much more to say about it. It's a solid cookie. If you can get them, get them. I like them as much as I liked the blueberry pie ones, which I liked as well. This one doesn't have any weird blue frosting, cream inside. Did you get the blueberry ones?
I didn't get them, but I did try one. It was pretty solid.
The blue cream inside is like the weirdest color blue too. It's like you look at it,
fluorescent.
Like, why does it look like that?
Yeah.
This one's just pretty normal looking. Like it just looks like a pretty bland cookie, but it's very good. So yeah, apple pie a la mode Oreos.
Basically, if Peterson sees a new Oreo, he's buying it these days.
They earned some trust, and so I'll just buy them. Actually, the worst Oreo I've had is the mint, the thin ones. There's this like mint, like based off an alcoholic drink. What was it? I can't remember. It's not good. It was not good. I didn't like it at all. Nope, that's the wrong one. Don't worry about it. Oh, do you want me to do this as like a first impression rose?
Yeah, play the clip and then play the other clip.
Okay. Clips on clips on clips on clips.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The first impression rose. First impression rose. Oh my god. The first impression rose.
It's not us this week, you guys.
I didn't play a game.
It's
I
one of
did play a
you.
game, but not first
Peterson and I
impression.
only play one game now. One game and one game only. If it's not Undermine 2, we don't want it.
Yeah, I've been really
We
into
don't
it
want to
lately.
try it. We don't want to see it. We don't even want to think about it. But luckily, our listeners are picking up the slack, and Skylar sent in a first impression rose for a game he's been playing. So let's listen to that.
Here we go.
A very brief first impression rose for the altars. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. We know there was negative news about AI in this game, but it was just them using a language AI to quickly translate and localize the game in several different languages. You know, small Polish indie studio. Is that bad? Not particularly, but paying people to localize would have been better. Was it lazy? Yeah. Oh, the elephant is leaving the room now. Okay, well, in the altars, you play as the main character named Jan Dulski, who has crash-landed on a mysterious planet surrounded by a 3-star system searching for a theoretical element called Rapidium. Don't worry, these aren't spoilers. You find this out in the first few minutes of the game. Unfortunately, Jan is the only survivor, and he has to survive somehow. So, after discovering Rapidium, he creates a clone of himself. You know, thus, an alternate version of himself. Alter. Get it? Anyway, this alter has a specific skill set that saves his bacon, and thus starts the story. You're in a mobile base that has to move in order to escape the sun, and if the sun rises, you die. You know, but there's so much more to it. I'll try not to spoil it for you. But I would consider the altars to be a survival, colony management, resource management, storage management, power management, emotion management, base management game, plus things I forgot. You know, the survival aspect is easy. You just have to make sure you have enough food for yourselves and the altars to eat. Resource management can be tricky at first, but you get the hang of it. Storage management is automatic, but it's something you have to worry about constantly. Power management is nothing special, but connecting line-of-sight towers to your buildings to your base. The emotion management is an important part of the game for your altars, and base management is, of course, self-explanatory. Anyway, but to cut to the chase, I loved this game so much, I 100%ed the game. Honestly, getting all the achievements was a slog. But it was really cool seeing all the characters and seeing their stories and all the endings. Oh, and the entire repertoire of Jan Dulski's are voiced by the same guy. How cool is that? It was honestly not something I expected, but I recommend it to anybody who likes science fiction and colony management type stuff. The Altars gets my first impression rose. It's $34.99 as of recording this clip, and I would suggest getting it at any price. However, if you're unsure, you can wait for a sale and still feel pretty good about it, I think.
Wow.
Okay.
I like that. I loved that one. Buy it any price for $35. All right. The Altars. Have you looked into this at all?
Haven't. I don't know. It never didn't really like cross my
It was
algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like that. Well, thanks so much, Skylar, for sending that in. I'm going to have to check that out. Check out The Altars.
Okay.
All right. Do this. Top 10. The last one. The last one. It's
The
almost
last
over.
top 10.
It's almost over.
Top 10. Take it from the top. Top 10. Don't stop.
Not to say we're never going to play that clip again, because that would
We'll
be
do it. We'll do it.
travesty.
Yeah.
So we have a top 10, and this one came in absolutely way too late. This came in like 11 days ago.
Yeah, just like people just send.
It's like 3 months after the cutoff. It's fine.
We will have someone. We'll stop doing this. Someone
yeah.
send us their
Someone will
top
catch
10
up
in a
on all
couple
the
months.
episodes and be like, "Oh wait,
Yeah, let me do this. I'll send you my top 10 and we'll be like, I guess we're doing. We just want to play that clip.
This one came from Flip, which I like as
Flip.
as a handle. Flip.
Is that a handle? Is that like that sounds like a nickname from like you'd call somebody in like the, I don't know, 30s. It's my boy Flip.
Hey,
know?
yeah, like you're like a 30s gangster.
Mm. You know what? This could be a character on Newsies, is what it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Brooklyn. This is Flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Flip has a slingshot.
He does. Yeah.
So Flip sent us their top 10 in order.
Oh my
And
gosh. Look at
I
this.
know.
Following directions.
we love that. Some
Like
direction.
half of our people
Half.
follow some directions.
So starting at number 10. Oh man, this is great. ATV Off-Road Fury 1.
Okay, this is gonna be a weird list. I already know.
Yeah, that's what I said. ATV Off-Road Fury 1. Perfect. So Flip says, when I was a kid, this was and still is one of my favorite relaxation games with some really good hardcore music. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'd only play it in exploration mode and drive around the environments, finding it and the hidden locations to try to get my ATV into impossible top reach areas. I could see how that could be kind of fun, especially you're just like they were just basically playing this like Horizon or ATV Horizon.
Yeah, just like run around. Like I'm gonna explore
Just
on my
zooting around
ATV.
looking for stuff.
Yeah.
With music. Number 9, Lost in Random. This is that
Okay.
crazy dice game.
Yeah.
They say, this game has one of the most unique fighting mechanics I've ever seen. It's also got amazing art and an unforgettable story. Number 8.
I gotta look at what that one was. Oh, I remember. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Number 8 is Fable. Not my
Okay.
first role-playing action game, but close to it. This game solidified my love of this type of genre. I loved how your choices affected your character and the worlds around you.
Yeah, this is
Fable.
it's a pretty popular one for the top 10s. Like I bet if you like polled a lot of video game enthusiasts, you'd get this on there like 25% of the time. Like Fable's a big game.
Yeah. Number 7, Pokemon Gold and Silver. I say, while Pokemon Blue was my very first game of this series to play, this particular one caught me with the ability to travel to the Kanto region after you defeat the Johto region and earn another 8 badges and fight another Elite Four.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mention this like once a month on the pod because it was truly a fantastic moment in gaming. And I feel like, it deserves to be on a lot of people's list.
Maybe I should have played some Pokemon games.
Maybe. Number 6, Fallout New Vegas.
There
love
we go.
the series, but I love how your decisions really affect the game. This game compared to the rest. The story's fantastic, but the DLC stories are even better. And I never played. Did you ever play those?
No, I didn't.
I heard they were even better in the base game, and that's what Flip here is saying. Yeah, there were some
that
really
makes me
crazy
want to
cool
do
ones.
that. I just didn't because my Fallout broke my computer, and so I stopped playing it. And so, I never played any of the DLC. Now I
there
kind
were
of
some
want to.
crazy stories. Maybe you should check those out. Number 5, Skyrim. This game doesn't really need an explanation at this point, considering how many lists it's made. It is the only Elder Scrolls game I have ever played, but I've logged close to 1,000 hours on it, so it's got to make the list.
Wow. I do know, and I do know people like that, like Ryan that I play video games with. He'd be like, I guess I'm starting a new Skyrim run, and it's like he's been doing this the whole time I've known him. I'll just watch on Steam. It'll be like he's playing Skyrim, and I'm like, again, just like what's his build this time? He's just doing random builds.
That's cool. At least he mixes it up. It's not just stealth archer every time like it is for me. Number 4, Path of Exile. This game has the most hours played of it in any game I've played, going over 5,000. It's over 5,000. I've been playing this game since beta over 10 years ago. The depth of making your build and the freedom of being able to do anything with any class is top notch.
Yeah, people love Path of Exile. Again, probably a game I should play. Like I played Diablo and I was like, it's pretty fun, but like Diablo, I didn't love it. I don't love it. So maybe I would like this one more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Number 3, Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Wait,
this is the most
type this down. What is that?
Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Okay.
Haven't you heard of this one? This is recent.
No.
I feel like this just came out, didn't it?
I don't know. Claire Obscure.
Yeah, this came out like 3 April of this year.
Okay.
So, which is crazy that it's already number 3. It must be fucking amazing for Flip. This is the most artistically beautiful game I've ever seen. Even its name is beautiful. The name Claire Obscure refers to the French term for
For what?
Yeah, you heard me.
Nope,
A
I
technique
didn't,
in
actually.
art that uses a strong contrast between light and dark. So dude, honestly, I'm glad Flip described this for us because that was my first question: is what is that name?
Yeah, he was like, it's he said the name was a big deal or it was good, and I was like, I can't even figure out how to spell this. I was like, what are you saying, Claire Obscure? So
yeah, that's literally what it is.
I'm glad it means something.
The whole game, story, music, art styles utilizes this concept. The contrast between light and dark. The cut scenes are perfectly rendered and perfectly voiced over, giving a completely natural feel. The ending choice had me staring at my screen for 10 minutes before I finally picked one.
I do like
that.
I do like
I love one, and I've had a couple games like this where you stare at the screen and then you literally like, I'm gonna get up. I'll go get a drink, and go to the bathroom, maybe make a snack because I need to noodle this.
I need to think about things.
This is a serious choice for me.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Number 3 just came out 4 months ago, and having
this number 2
3 on your all-time list is amazing. Okay, number 2 is the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm not picking just one, and you can't make me. This series helped shape my childhood and gave me courage to get through hard times.
I thought you were following the rules, Flip. Now you're like, nope. Number 2, I'm just gonna say Kingdom Hearts.
I'm confused.
You were close.
I would be really curious if Flip is also including Kingdom Hearts 3 in this. Because 1 and 2 are inarguably
Flip
dope.
said all of them. It's all
So
of
I guess,
them.
oh, it's
even
like
the
all
weird
19
little
of them.
the weird little
one on the
intermission
DS
ones.
and all the other crazy ones.
All of them.
The remixes and the 1.5968 remix.
Yeah.
Okay, all of them. Loves them all. And before we get to number 1, some honorable mentions: Pokemon Blue, Dark Cloud, Power Wash Simulator, Borderlands 3, Journey, Far Cry 5, Fallout 4, Immortals, Phoenix Rising. Fuck yeah. I liked that game. I am glad that someone out there else played it other than me.
List. Yeah.
It was good. Okay, number 1. Number 1 for Flip is Legend of Dragoon.
What?
I don't know what this is. The reason I'm even submitting my list is because no one mentioned this game yet, and I can't let that stand.
Okay, I do like that.
Mad respect.
He's like, okay, like I wasn't even gonna submit a list, but no one said, dude, I've never even heard of this game. What do you? It's not on Steam. Like I have to look it up somewhere else. What is this?
This game is from the original PlayStation days. The game was so large it had 4 discs.
Wow.
I cannot imagine what the jewel case looked like for that. The depth of the story was so rich and so deeply written, I can recall all of it to this day. The cutscenes were so detailed they almost felt real when compared to other games of its era. I feel like I have to play Legends of Dragoon. What the fuck is
I
this?
know.
Is it
Why
on
is this
Steam?
the first I'm hearing about this?
Of all the games that people have like mentioned, this one really jumps out to me. Just this description alone.
Yeah,
Legend
like
of
he's like really
Dragoon.
loves this game.
How do I play this in 2025 is my question.
Yeah, you have to get an emulator, I think.
I guess
It's not on Steam. If it's not on Steam, I'm like, oh, that
it
sounds
doesn't
like
exist.
it's gonna be
essentially.
work.
Oh wait,
for me.
let's see. Oh wait, there's a Legend of Dragoon community. legendsofdragoon.org guide.
Wow.
How can Legend of Dragoon be played in 2025?
I like this. Okay.
Severed Chains, which is a port, emulation. Oh, it's on the PS4 and PS5 digital store. Okay, well let's see how much that plays. Let's see how much that costs. Okay, Legend of Dragoon, PlayStation.
Yeah, we're figuring this out now.
Store. Yeah, like I might actually buy this tonight. $10, or it's on PlayStation Plus. I mean, it looks kind of fucking sick.
Like it doesn't look bad, and his description makes it sound great. And so I'm like,
shit.
Is this going to be our next Dice of Destiny game?
4 discs long, dude. This sounds like it's going to take me months to beat it.
Well, it's on PlayStation era, so
yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Flip, for sending in your list 5 months late. Appreciate that. Anyone else? Please don't. We're done. Actually, if you send it in, we'll read it and we will mock you for it.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're gonna like talk a little trash. Like we'll still do it. Like we're gonna do it, but like we'll say
Just
something
don't.
about it.
Don't make us do it.
Yeah, why
We want to do something else.
We're not doing bottom 10 either. Like people started sending bottom 10s, which is pretty funny, but like
Yeah. I can't think of
Also,
10
like-
video games I hate.
oh, I could. It would take me a while though, because I hated them. I didn't
Yeah,
like
I
commit them
purged
to
them.
memory.
Because I hated them.
Yeah. All right. I gotta find this one. Sorry, it moved. Here we go.
Peterson asks.
Asks.
Peterson asks.
Asks.
Ask Peterson a question. I don't know.
Ask.
That was Trent.
I totally forgot that was the
I did
clip.
too. I was like, I don't know what the clip is. It's just Trent winging it. Actually, that was I remember now.
I don't know.
We were like, hey, Trent, wing it, and he was like, I don't know, and I was like, done, got it. Just
Yeah,
I'm gonna
first
rip
take.
that. That's it.
Only take. Perfect.
Fleece said, top 10 list number 2 incoming.
I gotta-
You can't
I
have
gotta
2 top
read-
10s.
Phil's fantastic because this is his beat, is terrible game names, and this is his Kingdom Hearts name. Kingdom Hearts 28 squared, birthed by clouds in the deep sleep of kingdoms. Like you read that and you're like, haha, but like that definitely sounds like a JRPG game.
And like
That-
somebody out there knows what that means. Like, oh yeah, no, that makes
I
sense.
get that, all of that, yeah.
Like,
All right, Peterson,
ow.
what is your question this week?
Okay, so I had a question pop up, and it was, what are gaming things you wish you could experience for the first time again? Which is
I love
tough,
this question
because
This is
like
not tough for me. I had to narrow it down. I had so many. What made you think of this?
I can't remember what made me think of this, but like it just popped into my head, and I was like, yeah, have we talked about this? I don't think we've talked about this. Like things you wish you could experience if you just like could your first time again, have your first time again.
Yeah. No, I love this. How many do you have?
I
have
only
8.
have what? I have
Yeah.
4.
I had to stop myself.
Oh my
In
god!
fact, Flip mentioned one of mine in his top 10, which was the Pokemon
ATV
Crystal.
Off-Road Fury 1.
Yeah. Wish I could go back and ATV around. No, well, he said gold, silver, but mine was in Pokemon Crystal. When you go back to the area from the first gen Pokemon games,
Yeah.
and you realize what's happening, and you're like, wait, what? That is something that I'm trying to think. It would be essentially like if you beat Fallout New Vegas, and they have this as a mod. It's called Tale of Two Wastelands. And then at the end of New Vegas, you could just get on a train and go back to Washington, D.C. and just like with all your gear and all your loot, and you just go play through the whole area in the Capital Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
And that's essentially what this was for our generation. No game has ever done something like that since. There was an incredible thing. It wasn't incredible. I was saying it was kind of a tease. In Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, there was a mission where you flew a plane over the ocean to Liberty City. Liberty City was the city from Grand Theft Auto 3 and later Grand Theft Auto 4. And I always thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be able to go run around the whole city from Grand Theft Auto 3. But it's just like this little kind of like square
Like
cut
a little
out.
piece of it.
And that's not really a thing. But yeah, in Pokemon, that was huge. It was huge. So what ones do you, actually, I'll do another one.
Yeah, you got to bank some out because like you got to do 2 for every one. that
Yeah.
I got.
So while I'm talking about it, because I was already talking about it, Fallout 3, this is easy one. Stepping out of the vault the first time.
Mm.
The first couple missions, it's the first couple missions in the vault while you're getting your character set up and you're learning kind of the story in the world are very game-esque, very linear, very just follow the ABC, do this thing, and run around this very small little vault. And then you get out of the vault and you step outside and the bright light hits you, and the way that the art team managed that, it feels like your first year in this dark gray bunker your whole life. That's how it feels. And you step out and the sun is blinding. And then it just your eyes adjust, and all of a sudden, for me, what blew my mind was looking out there in the distance and seeing the Washington Monument, and being like, I just knew instinctively, I can walk there.
Oh,
I think I can walk there.
like I'm gonna go there.
I just had that feeling where it didn't feel like this game was. It went from a very, like I said, a linear locked up game, because that's what video games always do. You want to restrict people. You don't want an open world. You put them inside of a building. You step outside of the building and you're like, holy shit.
Oh,
And then the next thing I did was press the back button to pull up the map, and I could see where I was and just see the size of the map, and was like,
I'm gonna go there.
Oh dear, I've gotten myself into something. So and I'll never get that. I played Fallout 3 through a number of times. Every time I step out of the vault, it's awesome, but it will never ever happen again. Because I had avoided spoilers. I knew nothing about the game when I first played it, and I didn't know anything about Fallout at all. And so when I did that, I was like, "What? What?"
You know what though? That's kind of the same for me. Like I played Fallout because I had already played, like the Elder Scrolls games. So I was like, yeah, I'll play Fallout. Same guys, and I didn't know what it was about either. Like I didn't know anything about it. So yeah, that is a good moment. And like seeing the world, you're like, this is okay. This is the world that I'm going in.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, you want me to do one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do an easy one. Okay. VR.
Oh.
Because when I was a kid, I remember we were in line in Las Vegas for one of the Star Trek experience thingies. I can't remember. There used to be like big Star Trek stuff there.
Yeah.
And we were in line, and they had like this VR machine. This is like in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it was one where you like strapped in and you'd walk on the platform, and you had like a guy had a gun. So it was like guys doing it. People were doing it, and you could see on the screen what they were doing. And I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, I can't wait till I can do one of these. Yeah, this is it. And so I just remember it would be years and years until I put on a VR headset. But I remember first putting it on, and I was so excited because of this one weird like key memory that I have of like seeing VR for the first time and just putting it on and getting this feeling like, dude, this is blowing my mind. Like, this is what I wanted. This is what I always dreamed of.
Yeah.
And so like finally like putting on a VR headset and just looking around, and like doing stuff and shooting a gun, and it would shoot, and you're like, this is it. Like, this is the only way I'm going to game from here on out, which newsflash is not the only way that I game from here on out. But that first time, it felt so surreal. It was just blowing your mind. Like, this is crazy. I'm actually here in this world doing this thing. And then the camera would move and you get really dizzy and be like, oh no, this isn't real at all.
Yeah.
But
it's cool how quickly you adjust too, especially even playing a lot of video games. You throw on a VR headset, and it's like 5 minutes later, you're like, oh yeah, I get it.
This is what I do now. Like, I can do this.
I too had a funny VR experience in the 90s in Vegas, where I was there with my family, and being a 12-year-old in Vegas, there's not a lot you can do.
No,
so we were just like, well, you walk up and down the strip a handful of times. And so I convinced my whole family to do the Warren Miller experience. It was like a VR skiing thing where you like sit in a theater, and there were like theater seats. And it was, I guess it's not really VR. It was like a screen in front of you, and the seats would move like you were.
It's called
skiing.
the Magic Motion Machine. That's what we were doing, the Star Trek one. That's what
it was. And we probably were in the same damn theater.
Probably.
I remember stepping out of that, and I was a 12-year-old, so I was like, yeah, it was pretty fun. It's pretty boring. And I look over at my family, who are all older than me, and they all looked green.
Oh,
like
man.
They were all gonna throw up. Like, it basically was just like a vomitorium. It was just
amazing.
Just shakes you till you're sick. The kids love it because their inner ears aren't fully developed, but all the adults are like, I can't do this. Get me a bag of Dramamine. All right, I got two that are twists.
Okay.
Twists. I wish I could go back and unsee and then relearn. The twist in BioShock 1.
Yeah.
Which, when you find out who you are, and why you've been doing the whole thing you've been doing. I'm just going to spoil it because the game is like 30 years old.
Pretty old, yeah.
But basically, the game starts with you crash landing in the ocean and swimming to a lighthouse that's just floating in the middle of the ocean, and then you take a bathysphere down to this underwater city, and you just start, and there's a radio in it, and some guy just hops on the radio and starts telling you what to do, and you just do it.
Like, okay, I don't know what else to do. I guess this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, this is just where I'm at. And you keep playing through it, and eventually you run into another character and learn that the reason you are doing this is because you have like programming where you have to do, if there's this key phrase, which is "would you kindly," you just do whatever people tell you. And so it's this like meta commentary on video gaming in general, where like you kind of think you have a choice, but you don't really. And you're just doing what you're told, doing what the game tells you to do. And in this game, it kind of flips that on its head, and you literally have to do what the game tells you to do because your character has to do what he's told because he's been like bioengineered to do so. So that was kind of a fun twist, and that was kind of a whoa. Another twist that I really liked that I wish I could go back and just see and figure out for the first time, which was less of a kind of a shock and more of just like a slap in the face, was the twist in Fallout 4, in which you find out that your son, who was a baby when you were cryogenically frozen,
I didn't finish it. La 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 la.
Bombs fell, that your son is this like old guy, much older than you, because you were cryogenically frozen. You were woken up 60 years before the events of the game. Your baby was stolen from you, and then you were frozen again. And then you woke up 60 years later, and your son has been out there living in the wasteland without you and has grown up and has done all his own shit. And I just thought, but you don't know that. And so you're spending the whole game hunting for this baby, not really knowing what.
Like, I thought, I was thinking it was be like a kid, like he would be like a kid or something. That's what I thought.
Yeah, like you were frozen for a couple years. The idea that you were refrozen for 60 more years instead of like 1 or 2, I just loved the setup. You can argue about the execution all day long. You can argue about, the writing and whether or not it was handled well, but that actual like setup for the story and in terms of a twist, I thought it was brilliant. And when you really find out, and I was playing the game like a very vengeful mother, a Sarah Connor kind of character, where I was ruthless and killing anyone and everyone that got in my way because I wanted to find my goddamn.
Like if you thought they were on this team that had taken your baby, you were like, okay,
slaughter 'em.
Get out of here. And then
the
the Brotherhood of Steel show up, and you're like, get out of my way. Like
I will destroy your whole fucking stupid blimp.
Yeah.
And I will wear your leader's coat while I kill every last one of you with my bare fucking hands.
Yeah.
Which is what I did. And then I find out that my son is 30 years, 40 years older than me and kind of a dirtbag.
Yeah.
Who I believe I destroyed his whole fucking organization and maybe killed him.
And
I just thought that was brilliant. I thought it was so cool. And I don't know many games that try that hard with that kind of a twist. It's kind of a bold move, but I love that. I wish I could go back and just experience Fallout 4 just because I don't know about you. I played Fallout 3 a dozen times. I only played Fallout 3 once. And maybe I should do another playthrough because it was
I know I
fun.
actually never beat Fallout 4. I spent too much time doing all the other stuff and then I got distracted. And then
collecting too many bones.
Yeah, I did do that a lot. And I was collecting too many things. Like I was collecting too many things.
Yeah.
By the end, and I never finished it. I bounced off before I finished it. So I've always thought like I should go play again. I won't probably, but I should.
Yeah. All right, your turn.
Okay, let's see. Okay. First off, this is like kind of a two-parter. So PUBG and DayZ. And let me tell you why. Because the first time I played DayZ, it was so intense because you would spend so much time
getting one
looting,
gun.
Getting stuff, and then you'd get stuff and you'd see another person. And you were like, oh, like I remember one night we knew a guy was in this building in the big tower, and we sat there and camped outside of the tower for 20 minutes. Been like, okay, this guy's gonna show his face. One guy, like we should have just charged in and killed him.
Yeah,
but we were like, because it was so punishing if you died that it was like my heart would be pounding when we would encounter someone. My heart would pound, and I was like,
you would
here we
hear
go.
things.
Yeah,
and you're like, was that a person? Was that a person?
It was so nerve-wracking. Like genuinely, if you saw another person, you were like, okay, like it was intense. And after a little bit, you loses that intensity. And then I played PUBG, and the first bit when I played PUBG, that's how it was. It was like you're playing and you're looting, and then when you would see people, my heart would start pounding, and the stakes were a lot lower, but that kind of like having that heart pounding experience, which I don't get anymore almost at all in video games. The only other time I've really gotten there was Sea of Thieves when I've been rowing a rowboat across the ocean chasing somebody, and finally I get there and I blow it up.
Yeah,
like that. It's that type of thing where it's like, okay, I'm dedicating a bunch of time to this and I don't want to die. And that doesn't happen hardly anymore. But in PUBG and DayZ is when I remember it happening the most, like the hardest. It was so intense. And I miss that. Like, I don't really get that anymore. You know what I mean? I play battle royale games. I'm like, I don't care if I die. Like, who cares? I just start a new one. Like, it's no big deal. But when I first started playing them, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
So I kind of miss that.
So you kind of touched on my next two that capturing the first kind of couple weeks of a game when it's just hitting just right and you're never going to get it again. The first one is for me, and this might be for you too, the first couple weeks of Chivalry 1 and 2.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what it was. I do know exactly what it was because there was some sort of thing set up where before you got to level 15 or 20 or whatever the level was, you were just with like complete newbies, and you were a newbie yourself. But after you reached 20, you kind of graduated, and they put you.
You're
in,
going
like,
to the 20 plus.
Queue. But the people in the 1 to 20, some were people that just like hopped in the game to play it their very first time, or were just dicking around and didn't really know how to play. So when you were between levels like 11 and 20, you were a god. And you just slide. And Chivalry for you guys is a game where I think it was upwards of like 50 plus people on a map. And there's these huge battles going on where you're just like swinging huge swords at multiple people. And so it was so much fun. And for whatever reason, it just worked out that when Chivalry 2 came out, it was the exact same way.
It felt the
first couple weeks, just a slaughter fest. And if you knew what you were doing remotely, you were just destroying people. It felt like you were cutting down NPCs, but they were real people. And you were just slicing their heads off right and left. And then it just reached a point where everyone was so fucking good because I think the people that you were destroying that were sub-level 20 got tired of playing and they all dropped off. So the only people left were the tryhards, and then it wasn't as fun because you were just getting demolished. You were then the person that everyone else was enjoying killing. But those first couple of weeks of Shiv 1 and 2 were...
Dude, that is a perfect one because after you hit that level 20, it's just wasn't the same.
We just didn't play anymore. Like Shiv 1,
we played for a minute and then we stopped.
Yep. We were like, all right, well, fun's over. And like, we think we were aware of it too.
Yeah,
Like, we're like, okay. Like,
it wasn't like we bounced off. We were like, oh man, the game has changed.
Yeah, unless we can Smurf account, we're not going to do it again. Yeah. And then the other one that was the first couple weeks, and this is, I think of everything on my list. If I'm being perfectly honest, this would be my number one. Yep. This would be my number one. If I could actually just wave a magic wand and re-experience anything else on my list, it would be the first couple weeks of Valheim. Maybe the first month.
I'd say like the first at least 3 weeks. Yeah, pretty much a month. Like that first little bit was really, really good.
How this went for me was I don't exactly remember why I was keyed into this game, but I jumped into it, played it for maybe 30 minutes, and then I texted you and was like, get this fucking game and come play with me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you came and played with me, and then I think we got the Libros to come play with us. But
We
at this
played
point,
for
it
a
was
night, and I
still-
texted them. I was
yeah.
like, you guys got to
gotta
play
get
this. You're
into
gonna
this.
like it.
Yeah, so they jumped in and they played for us for a while with us for like a night or two, and I was like, "That's it." And I had to literally teach myself how to set up a dedicated server for the very first time to set that up for Valheim, and then I shared that on our 3-bit Discord, and within a day or two, we had like a dozen people, and they were all over the place. I remember we just like would find a random portal just randomly in the world, and it would just take us to someone's base that they'd just been quietly building by themselves, and we're like, wait, what is this? Whose is this?
Yeah.
And everyone is just like populating the whole world. It was like a very living, breathing world, and I was playing that game like 4 or 5 hours a day, and we were
playing
exploring.
a lot.
And it was fun. It was scary. The stakes were so high. Do you remember the first time we sailed? We weren't even in that. We're like, let's sail by the swamp. We won't even get out of our boat. We'll just sail by and like look at it. Maybe there's something we can grab. And then a wraith
Followed us
down, and we didn't even know what it was. We'd never seen or
This
heard
ghost.
of this
ghost
enemy.
is
Yeah.
flying
And
at
it
us
was
forever.
Scary, so scary. And the raft was, and it just came down and killed both of us. And we were like, what just fucking happened? And that was like the whole game. And it was just so amazing. And every subsequent thing we kept doing was so fun. Beat a couple bosses. And when it'd be like chatting with everyone, like, hey, we're going to go beat this boss. Everyone get on. Just that feel. It was like I never really got into any MMOs in my life, but that was the closest vibe I got to it.
Yeah.
And it was my first survival crafting game ever because I never played Minecraft. So
yeah.
And now I'm obsessed, like probably my favorite genre of game. And that it was all, when I think about it, those happiest moments, they all came down to those first couple weeks were. I imagine
the discovery in that game was really great because the map was just so nonsense. Like it'd be anything. And so like you could just like, you felt like you were always looking for something and discovering new things. And like, I remember JD was like, hey, I found the mountain biome when we finally found it. And I was like, where? And so like, just that type of thing, like finding new stuff.
And I think I still have that world saved somewhere, by the way. If you and I dropped into our first world, we would still know how to get around. At least the first.
It would come back pretty quick.
Because we did a lot of geoengineering everywhere to like. And Aaron jumped on and like built a huge dock, and like people were just building stuff like everywhere.
We're like, yeah, go for it. Just go hop in, start doing stuff.
It was so much fun. So yeah, that would be, if I could that would be my number one answer to this question. How many do you have? One left?
2 more.
Okay, yeah, do it.
This one is maybe if I could go back in time a little bit, but experience this again. BlizzCon. The BlizzCon we went to, like that was, I feel like the tail end of when BlizzCons were still pretty good. The one we went to, but it was just so epic being there. And I think since then we've been to a handful of different conventions and things like that. And it's kind of like, it was so exciting to me. And now it's kind of like worn down. Like, they're like, my kids.
I
like,
think we went to the last good BlizzCon.
That's what I was saying. Like, I think it was like, but like experiencing that again would be so cool. Cause it was, again, it was the first one the only one I've been to. And it was so cool. Like just being there, seeing all the stuff, seeing all the craziness and the sets they had built and all this stuff, like was so cool. And like, I don't think that'll ever happen again, No.
And there was all the esports stuff going on. Which
esports things. No. We went to the arena and watched a couple esports things and like interviewed people. And it was just like, it was so cool. And that's just not something where we would be again. But if I could experience that again and have that same like awe and wonderment, it would be, that would be incredible.
Sick. That was sick.
We've been to too many conventions now, been in the back end of one, and now I'm like, I don't never
saw the other side. We saw how the sausage was made, and I hate sausage.
It's like I don't want sausage, honestly. No. I'm out.
I got enough convention flus. Being out for a week after the fact. No, I don't like that. All right, I got 2 more, so I'll do one, you do one, I do one.
Okay.
I would love to. If you guys have played the Gears of War games, you may remember their two main characters, Marcus and Dom. And the first game, one of the driving Dom is the secondary character. He's like who you play if you're second player.
2P.
He's 2P basically. So his story is the B story for sure. But his whole story is after Emergence Day, when all these monsters came bursting out of the ground and just fucked up the world, his wife went missing, and he's been looking for her ever since. And so you do things during the first game in an effort to find her, and you never do. And so the second game starts immediately after the first one. Well, not immediately, maybe a couple weeks after the first one ends. And Dominic's still like, I need to find Maria. Where's Maria? That's like his whole fucking thing. He never shuts up about it. So in the second game, if you're, and Jeff and I played these, like, we loved the story. Like, I know a lot of people just played them for the multiplayer. Jeff and I liked the story. We played them at the hardest difficulty and beat them and just had so much fun with it. And the second game, you get through probably 2/3 of it, and you finally find Maria. And you've been fighting through the underground home of these crazy creatures and fighting tooth and nail. And you find these pods where they've been keeping people that they've captured from the surface world. And you finally find her pod. And you open it up, and she comes stumbling out, and you hug her, and you're like, wow. And then Jeff and I are kind of giggling to each other like, oh, man, now it's going to become a protecting mission. Now we're going to have to, like, keep an eye on her because everyone hates a protection
Yeah,
mission.
this is not fun.
And we were kind of game planning. And then all of a sudden the camera pans or, like, sweeps around. And you see that Maria is not the Maria that you saw who stumbled out of the pod. But that was Dom's brain kind of, like, messing with him. And she's, in fact, basically just like this tortured hollow shell of a human. Like, her hair's been, like, ripped out in chunks, and she's clearly not there. Like, she's alive, but not in the traditional sense. Like, she's been tortured to a point where, she's done. And Marcus comes over, and Dom's freaking out. He's like freaking the fuck out because his wife's like fucked. And Dom comes over and Marcus comes over and puts his hand on Dom's shoulder and just says, it's all right, man. It's all right. And then he walks off. And then Dom euthanizes his own wife with a gun. And it's like a big Gears of War gun. So it's not just like a casual shot. It's like probably blew her whole fucking head off.
Her head's gone.
It's like really gory. But that moment, I remember sitting there with Jeff. We're kind of rambunctious kids. God, that was so long ago. We've been playing these games forever. We've been loving them. And we got to that. And it was such a tonal shift. I mean, the game's pretty bleak. Very, very bleak and dark.
Right, but not like this.
This took it up to an 11. And we were both like speechless. Because we just sit there in the basement and goofing off. We're like, oh, this bitch, we're going to have to carry her around and protect her. And then all of a sudden the game just like, it's like, actually, no, watch this horror. And we just sit there in fucking silence, and then it like ends, and then you get control of your character again because it's the cutscene's over, and we just kind of stood there like,
whoa, what do we do? What do we do?
Are we gonna keep playing this game? And then you start shooting monsters again. It's all like whatever. Dom's just good. PTSD. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
But I think experiencing that fresh, in the context that I experienced it, which was like being very, very invested in the story. Because I feel like I don't get invested in video game stories like that quite as much.
It doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen a lot. And it only happens for, I think, me and probably you as well, if we like let ourselves get invested in it. Like we have to be role playing in our heads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That we're not like watching it. We are like living it and part of it. You know what I mean? So
yeah. All right, do your last one.
My last one, actually kind of similar to yours. It was this was a one where it was a story thing that just blew my mind, and that was Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh,
it's such a weird game,
a crazy game.
Half of it is not even fun. It's just like a kind of dull dating sim. But man, when it switches tones, you just kind of go through it. it was one of those where I played it, finished it, and just sat there and thought about it. And then I went upstairs and I was still just like thinking about it. Woke up the next morning driving to work and I was thinking about it. And I was like, this is crazy.
That game
Like,
got in your brainstem,
that was
dude.
bananas. And my son actually played it with his friends. Like they would stream it and just play it together kind of thing. And it got the same thing, kind of like blew their minds. And just having that experience, like it's like once you do it, it'll never blow your mind again. You just have to experience it that first time. And it was so unique and interesting to me, which I could throw a bunch of games in there like that were just so unique that I really, really, really enjoyed just playing through it. And once you've kind of done it, you're like, yeah, no, I did this, like Gorogoa and things like that. Just like these games that were so unique that I loved. But Doki Doki was the one that just sat there on my brain for so long. And I was like, this game is so freaking crazy. So yeah, just experience that again would be incredible. And it's not a thing that I want to go looking for. Does that make sense? I don't want to be like, ooh, what's a good game that'll hit me like Doki Doki did. I heard
you want
that
to be surprised by it.
And that's all I had heard is like Doki Doki, like play it. Everyone, like I had heard it when I was listening to the DLC podcast a lot, and they were like, "You got to play it." Like I'm not going to spoil anything, but you just got to play the game. So I didn't even know what it was going into it, and I was like, "Man, this isn't fun," but I know something's going to be crazy, and so I just kept playing. And I think it took me 4 hours in one night, and just kind of did the whole thing. But I would love to experience that again. What's your last one?
My last one, and Phil will love this, is I would love to experience just kind of generally Metroid Fusion again. Specifically the bad guy in that game, which is, and I don't know how on a Game Boy Advance game they managed to make this game so cinematic feeling. The cutscenes felt like I was watching a movie on my tiny little shitty Game Boy Advance screen. But the bad guy in that is essentially this parasite that you pick up on a planet. You come back to a space station, and they cut you out of your suit, and it's a whole big mess, and you're recovering. And in the meantime, this parasite goes ahead and builds it, like escapes containment, builds itself into a copy of you that has all of your abilities at like your strongest. And you spend most of the game running from this thing. And it is terrifying. It is so scary. And when you run into it in these kind of set pieces, oh my Lord, you basically just run from it. You maybe can freeze it toward the end where you can like shoot it with a freeze missile, but it doesn't buy you that much time. And just the idea of sitting there with a handheld game, which I had grown up on Game Boy Advance. I was way into them. Played a ton of them. I was never scared playing hey, you imagine playing a fucking game
on just a tiny little
and being terrified.
Yep.
It's weird. It was a weird feeling, and it's kind of hard because I don't think I really get scared. I've gotten jump scared by games more recently.
Yeah.
But in terms of being like just like, oh shit. I mean, from what I've read, the Alien game, there's an Alien game where you're like running from the alien all the time, and it's just terrifying. That's kind of how this felt, but on a Game Boy Advance screen. It's just so crazy. So I don't think I'll ever get that again. I can't remember the last time I felt like that playing a game where I was just like, get away. Oh my God. Including the most recent Metroid game where you have to run away from like invincible bad guy the whole fucking time. Didn't hit the same. Metroid Fusion just, oh my God, so scary. So that's it. If you guys have any, we'd love to hear them. I'd love to just hop on Discord, tell us the gaming moments you would love to try for the first time, a second time.
Dice of Destiny.
All right, Dice of Destiny is this game where we roll a couple dice and they tell us what to do. We got a 6-sided dice that tells us how much money we can spend. We've got a 20-sided dice that tells us what genre we can play. And then we've got a dice that we roll between the two of us to see who's going to find a game in that genre and price range and play it. I rolled a couple weeks ago a $40 zombie game.
Yep.
And I
Zombie.
picked Lollipop Chainsaw, a game from, I believe, 2012 that had been remastered recently. And I just been meaning to play it for more than a decade. And so I finally
is getting like a TV show or something like that, like something random.
Yeah. It is as quirky as the name implies. You are a zombie hunting cheerleader in the middle of a zombie outbreak at your high school, which is beset
Good thing
by
they have
school
a hunter.
buses. More school buses than any high school has any right to have.
Oh.
Every single second, there's a school bus crashing into something. Just so many.
Why are there so many buses?
It's so funny. The game is just like relentlessly humorous, which I just loved. It's very self-aware, very tongue-in-cheek. I'll say the gameplay, so it's a hack and slash kind of combo game, but there are two different kinds of hack and slashes. There's one where you're like deliberately doing a press X, Y, B, A, and then there are hack and slashes. It's like X, 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 X. You're just mashing it.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to realize this is not the mashing kind.
Oh.
This is the kind of slow, deliberate, like pay attention to your moves and try not to get hit in between your, because the animations of each attack are not as fast as you can press the button. So it's pretty fun. Little repetitive, I'll say. I did unlock a fair number of combos that were kind of fun, but it was kind of hard to pull them all off. It does feel a bit dated. Like if they made this game, this concept again in 2025, it would be so fucking good. But in 2012, I feel like just we hadn't quite dialed in this kind of game perfectly. So it does kind of have that little bit of dating to it, but it's still fun. As an example, here's a good example is, and I think you can watch this. I did stream this once. There is a point where you get to this high school gym and you have to play a basketball game where you have to get 100 zombie heads into a basketball hoop in under 3 minutes. Very serious.
Mm-hmm.
And these zombies are just like mobbing you. And then one of them posts up and plays like point guard, like right under the basket. And he's blocking shots. So you have to go kill him.
Oh my gosh.
And I tried this mission a couple times and failed because I was going in there and just trying to kill everyone, hack and slashing away. And I realized after 2 or 3 attempts that literally it deliberately wanted you to kill every single zombie the same way, which is to press X one time. X, and you just hit them just right so their head would go in. So basically, I had to slowly press X for 100 times over the course of 3 minutes. It didn't give me like a bonus for doing cool combos. It didn't give me anything. And so at that point, I was like, I guess like conceptually this like plays, but especially in 2012, I'm sure it played. But for me, I was like, dang, this is boring. This is not my favorite. Again, it's hard to dislike this game, if that makes sense. It's a very, very likable game.
Yeah.
The jokes, the story, the voice acting are is amazing. In fact, I want to play this clip that really sums up all the voice acting in all of its kind of corny, campy glory. Very campy.
Okay, here we go.
No, there's something we can try. It's the only chance we have to save you.
Julia?
This is right after your boyfriend gets bit by a zombie.
I love you too, baby.
You chopped off his head.
Nick.
Oh. Julia? What? Am I okay?
Yeah. Basically.
Now you're
I feel
cradling
okay.
his head in your lap.
I feel good. Julia, I'm not a zombie. Not at all. What? Oh no.
I had to.
Oh God! Oh fuck! Ah, God! Where's my fucking body? Oh fuck!
Don't get mad.
Don't get mad. Dude, I was dying. I was laughing so hard at the scene. I don't know. It's supposed to be funny. I don't know if it's supposed to be as funny as it is. It had like Army of Darkness kind of vibes.
Yeah. I was watching it and kind of laughing. I was like, this seems crazy.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, my fucking body. Whoa. Don't be mad.
Don't be mad. It keeps going after that, too.
So funny. Yeah, then you strap your dead boyfriend's head to your belt while you fight. And he's just like hanging there, like just talking shit the whole
That's
game.
like God of War 4. That happened.
Yes, they stole that from Lollipop Chainsaw. The gameplay is ridiculous in general. The combos are kind of finicky, which I kind of talked about. But when you do pull them off, it's really fun. In fact, it's kind of a mini game where if you get 3 epic kills in a row, whatever that was called in the game, you get a bunch of this currency, which is one of the driving kind of mini games, is that you're collecting a currency, or it like scales up. So it's like silver, gold, platinum.
Okay.
And so it's all essentially the same currency. And you get this by skill, like style points, essentially, for cool kills. And then you can buy upgrades for your health, for your mana, or you can buy new combos. So it's not just like a straightforward, it's got like these RPG kind of elements in it, which I don't know how necessary those are. That was the style at the time, to be sure.
Right,
Everything had to be upgrades. You had to upgrade everything. This could have been presented, I think, in a straightforward manner where you had all the combos unlocked, or you unlocked them through the course of the game just automatically, but making you buy them and stuff. And then it allowed you to learn them because you're going through the combos and you're like, oh, I gotta buy. I bought this one, so now I know how to do it. I will say I liked this game. I did not love this game. I don't know that I'll go back and finish it, but I did like it. I would, at $45 for a 13-year-old remaster, a remaster of a 13-year-old game. No, you got to wait for a sale. I think I got it for like $28. And if this is a game that you think you would enjoy, $28 is kind of right there. It's pretty good. I don't know. $45 is worth it for anyone.
Yeah.
Even fans of the games the game that enjoyed playing it in 2012. If you want to play it again and experience it again, wait for a sale. $45 is too much for this.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
And I think you can beat it in like 12 hours. So it's not like a really long, involved game. And I don't know how much replayability there is in it. You basically have this map and you go kill like 4 zombie lords or something, I think is kind of the idea. And then it's probably something at the end. But yeah, I dug it. Lollipop Chainsaw was fun. I can see how, I think like you mentioned, there's like a TV show. Was it Silverthorne that mentioned that?
Someone brought it up, yeah.
Cool. I'll watch that show. I will consume Lollipop Chainsaw media because I think it's funny. And I think it's a funny property. And I think it's kind of cool. But I don't know if I'd go out of my way for this game. It's really my style, my speed. But for a zombie game, you could do worse.
Yeah,
you definitely do worse.
There are worse out there. Quite a few.
Yeah, we both played a couple of them, so it's pretty solid. So that brings us to a reroll. All right, let's do the 21st. Alrighty.
All right, let's see what you got.
A 3.
What's that?
Turn-based strategy.
Hey, this is my genre.
So turn-based strategy is off the board, and Western. Western's back on. That's kind of cool.
Sometimes those are good. Sometimes it's hard to find one.
Yeah. All right. So I will roll this. Do you want odds or evens?
1, 5, and 6.
Son of a bitch. The 3.
Damn
it to hell. I just want to play Undermine, though. All right.
No, you can't. You got to play other stuff.
And a 3. So I have to find
$30.
Let's see.
You got it.
Yeah.
$30 turn-based strategy. Okay, that should be all right.
I don't mind that because I was just thinking the other day randomly. You remember that Mars game
Yeah.
It's like a terraforming kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That was, I'm pretty sure, a Dice of Destiny game that I played. That was because I rolled turn-based strategy.
Oh,
So there are amazing games out there.
there are, yeah.
This is always a fun incentive to find them. All right, so I will have a turn-based strategy pick for next week, and that's it.
That's it. We did it.
So to play us out, we have some music from Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers.
Here we go.
It has not been edited. Why can we stop turning it down? Just let it happen.
I can't hear you.
That's okay. Just let it happen.
Oh, okay.
People want to hear the music. They don't want to hear me.
Okay. I need to hear you a little bit.
JD, logging off.
See, I can't hear you say that.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Huh? What?
This is Peterson going AFK.
Thanks to Phil. Thanks, Abby, for hopping on.
There's a number of other people on, but those
Oh,
two
were
did
there?
all the talking.
Oh, dang. Cool.
I think they did all the talking. So, yeah.
Thanks to everyone that jumped on. Thanks for hanging out, y'all.